עכשיו יעבור לאחר הדברים האלה לדוקטור פיאמה נירנשטיין, בבקשה, הבמה שלך.
תודה רבה. אני מאוד שמחתי על ההזמנה הזאת, על ההזדמנות להיות פה עם האינסטיטוט שלי. אם לא אכפת להם אני אדבר אנגלית, כי אני לא יכולה לדבר מהר כמו בועז, אז באמת יותר טוב לי כדי לעשות את זה יותר קצר לדבר אנגלית. So I will go back to the issue of anti-Semitism, okay? I will straight go back there, even if the points you made, Ariel, are very important, because it would take a full day to discuss about the opportunism and the interest of Italy and of all the European countries in dealing with the Arab states and with jihadism particularly. So this will be another occasion. I will be delighted to discuss about this very important issue and on the change of politics from time to time that Italy too has been going through. Mostly in the time when I was in the parliament, all the politics changed with Berlusconi. That was the time when we changed the paradigm. We changed it completely. I was the deputy president of the Commission of Foreign Affairs, so I was very happy to take part in that process. Now, anti-Semitism today is maybe the most important struggle we have in front, because it involves the full word and the full conception of the strategic issue that is the relationship with the State of Israel, but most of all with all the Western culture and defense. And here I find the link that I was requested to find this time, writing another chapter to this book that was printed by organization and that I brought to you. And it's about Trump. Here you don't find Trump, but I will try to add in 3 minutes this chapter. Anti-Semitism looks like an invincible monster. Think that in Italy, my country of origin, yesterday, it was just yesterday, the 400% growth of anti-Semitism we have in this last year. 96 on 100 Jews in Italy have suffered personally some kind of anti-Semitic acts this year. 270,000 anti-Semitic posts have been posted in the last year, okay? Now, the anti-Semitism has entered the heart and mind of the culture of our times and become a strategic danger for our civilization. Israelophobia has infiltrated the idea of human rights, has perverted the defense of the victim against the persecutors, just made it upside down. Right. See what happened after the 7th of October. Has pretended that just waving a flag of hate against Israel and the Jews means being on the side of the oppressed against the oppressors. Exactly the opposite. Has taken the crazy road of the Nazification of Israel, condemning the state of the Jews to be racist, genocidal, war criminals, just like the Nazi. But so this way, as a matter of fact, Zionism and the Jewish people have become, on the opposite, the wall against the enemies of democracy. Just because of this turning upside down. Right. We are today the wall against this despise, this disgust for democracies that these people shows when they go in the streets defending kind of states, organization, terrorist organization that hang the homosexual, despise, kill women, and have no human rights at all. You see, what they do, they go in the streets with flags that actually represents the full denial of human rights while they pretend to be defending human rights. This is what is happening with the anti-Judaism, anti-Israelianism, which are exactly the same thing. I will not go deep into this issue because it has been dealt with so many times. So the results have been very hard. The exclusion from sport, culture, art, academic, scientific, social events. But I think that things are now on a way that will bring a change if only we can drive this change. And this change must take into consideration that we are not only fighting for the Jewish people, but that we are fighting for the full defense of freedom, democracy, for the full defense of the West.
Yeah.
And this is the link.
Western civilization.
Ecco, of our civilization. And this is the link with the new
Right.
turn that America is going to take. To beat the new anti-Semitism aiming at the destruction of Israel and the Jews, the new American administration better understands our civilization battle. I think that if Israel were ever to lose, the entire Western world would lose. And this is something that Trump understands very well. He has said it several times. Trump has shown he understands and he cares about Western civilization and its defense. He has already announced that he will not allow American institutions, especially university, to terrorize Jewish students and has threatened concrete moves. He has already announced that he will sanction any state that attempts to arrest the Prime Minister Netanyahu or IDF officers. So we must now, just because of what Bismuth has reminded us, to arrest, they that will try to arrest the Prime Minister Netanyahu or IDF officers or soldiers in accordance with the ICC bias decision will be sanctioned by the United States.
Right.
We will have to be there and remind this. Proclaiming Israel a criminal country makes it necessary to distinguish between freedom of opinion and freedom of incitement. And this will be the next step that must go beyond the IHRA. Here I really announce that the IHRA has not been sufficient. IHRA is very important. Israel will become...
It's the minimum.
Yes, it's the minimum. Israel will become the president of the IHRA in March, you know.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's a very important meeting that we have to be prepared for, but that will be the time when IHRA will have to be changed. I leave it for another discussion, but I have many things in mind. We will use our presidency to propose the changing. So I think that anti-Semitism is a matter of politics, disinformation, and feelings. About politics, this will change because American interest will be preserved by the pro-Israel officials already appointed. And these have been already spelled by somebody else. And the left is politically correct that forbids war in any case, and order ceasefire is gone. This is disappear. It's very important. And about the feelings, we had many proofs that the feelings have changed. You know, there is this, when you say that God loves who loves Israel. I think that is a feeling that the nowadays American government has. The people of America, I think that they have this feeling. At least part of it. I think that Trump, I wrote it down, so if you want, I will give it with pleasure this to you. Trump values American culture and the American way of life. He values the tradition of the West. He understands the value of a people that defends itself, doesn't see war as a crime in itself, and knows Israel well. Biden-Harris drew an equivalence between Islamophobia and anti-Semitism. And this is something that you remember. This is false and dangerous because it makes Islam a victim of the West, a reaction to 9/11 and to 7 of October, while the opposite is true. Islam has made victims and keeps promoting in its large extreme part the ideology that caused them. Trump knows this well, has already declared his disgust for anti-Semitism, his commitment to Israel defense, included in his America First philosophy. This is what makes for the special relation for Israel, as a fighting and self-confident state, also as the state of the people of the Bible, of so many American Christians, is close to his and to his people's heart. Anti-Semitism will not be erased, but the Jews will not be its victim because now they know how to fight and how to win. So we will not be erased. We just have to change the way we fight. Still, we must promote a practical definition and what legitimate speech about the state of Israel is and what is not, and must go beyond the IHRA, as I said a few minutes ago. There are so many things about this wave of anti-Semitism. I leave it as it is.
תודה רבה, thank you very much.